the Archmage and King walk into the large courtyard. As they do, the Archmage turns around and with telekinesis picks up the doors, puts them back on, and locks them with magical runes, and attaches their hinges. Then the Archmage looks at Fauntless and Vartuta and goes, "Please come with me. I need you." Locks the runes and the doors open, and in walks a new combatant. If you can add your mini to the thing.
New challenger.
As demons have overrun the city and he's trying to protect everyone. Oh god!
You need to cast a ritual that will bring everyone together in this world at one point. And then it will be up to you to remove all of the variants who are scattered around Halvia. Out of the jars, they start to shake and very furiously, and then 3 bodies pop out, pull out this scroll, and as it almost attunes to you as you read it, and just green, and this time you do feel wind just wrapping around you from the scroll.
Through my hair.
And you read, you seem to be able to read it even though it's in a language you don't recognise.
Interesting.
You make him do a wisdom saving throw.
What are you gonna do?
No, it won't
You're
hurt-
gonna
it won't
control
hurt
his
him.
mind.
It won't
isn't
hurt
it?
him. It won't hurt him.
4, so he fails.
Yeah, he fails. He's paralysed.
And then now we can throw him.
Yeah, someone else can try
And
to
then
get
you're
him
just going to leave him.
up. Yeah, I'm gonna go through.
Cool.
I'll follow after him.
I'm gonna give like the king like a nod. Leave my spell on him.
Yeah.
If it will still even work, if I'm gonna never do the thing, but
Cool. So you go through the portal,
Where
and
we're going.
what happens to the king is you do not know. But cool, you are out the throne room,
20th level fighter and his body's all the fucking.
and you emerge. So. As you emerge from the portal, you arrive in a absolutely destroyed desert village. I know it's green, but imagine that's sand.
Very desert.
It borders. You hear seagulls as it neighbours a large sea, which you would know
Sea?
as the Ildorn Sea. So it's where you came.
Nice.
But you can't see Menagerie in sight. This is now your settlement. Out of
What a shit.
so you can build and develop it as the campaign progresses,
More like
depending money. And so Barristan is still paralysed. How long does that last?
a minute.
I'm thinking.
Oh, okay, cool. So he'll be out of it now. He's like, "Ooh!"
But I can let him go when I want.
Yeah, the portal closed. What have you done? We can't do this without him.
We saved your life, you ungrateful bastard.
I like your character so much more now.
I guess you did. I am grateful, but I don't know if I will make a good replacement for the king. So I guess Baron, and he calls Baron over.
His name just Baron.
Yeah.
Yeah, Baron the Baron.
Baron the Baron.
Baron, the Baron.
And as he says, his name's Baron Hexley as well, so he's like, what?
Baron,
and he goes, I think in the current situation, having a council of advisors is probably the best thing I can do. So he turns to all 5 of you and goes, will you please be my council? Including you, Ogbo.
Yes.
And he also says to Baron, and you have had experience building cities before, so if we're going to truly rebuild a settlement, I'll need your advice.
Cities?
Yeah, it's only a small
All we
village
need
at
is
the
some
moment.
more trees.
And cool, Baron goes, absolutely.
From memory, any of them know who I am?
They don't know your name, but they've heard it Fauntless be shouted.
Cool. Okay, no, I just wanted to know if they knew like any.
These are not the weird people.
Cool. Yeah.
If any of them had mentioned anything, I'd know.
Cool. And as he says this, Estelle goes, "Oh, I can source materials. As Rhysand will know, our halfling village isn't too far from here, and we're quite talented builders, provided people have coin. Wouldn't you say, Rhysand?"
Oh, that's a cool accent.
I just kind of look towards her, go to smile, and then the extent of my wounds from the previous battles, because I had to run everyone up to the castle in front of the demons as well. I kind of just fall backwards onto my ass a bit, and I'm just like
smiling,
taking a bit of a breath.
Yes, while
Oh, sorry, I forget.
while this conversation is quite grand, perhaps we should all have a rest.
We should.
I think.
I believe we're literally at our last tether.
I think that's probably a good idea. And he goes, I agree. As we have, it's going to take a week to build some meager houses. Baron goes, Estelle, I will fund this
Is
development.
there nothing left then?
No, these are all like just absolutely destroyed, ruined houses in this village. But he goes, so he does turn to you and goes, so what was the situation with the demons? So you know there was a large amount, like the biggest you've ever seen collection of demons, and also lizards are coming up from the sewer.
Last time
Those fucking
I saw, we were leaving the inn, and demons were just pouring out of every house, slaughtering people. And as we were making our way to the castle trying to protect everyone, the sewers just burst open and lizard people were just crawling out of it from every corner. These were the last of the people that I could find and round up and bring to the castle with me. Everyone else that I saw was either in hiding or being overrun.
We had a close encounter with those.
Just question: does my character know what type of magic my dad uses?
He probably would do, yeah. Okay. And he goes, right, well that sounds very dire. I think it's best if we have this as our new home base. But what name should we go with?
Oh, fucking hell. What a question.
Nature Town.
So we've gone from where we were previously was like an alternate version of the city we were previously in. So we've hopped between two different versions, right?
No, I don't think we're in a different reality.
No, so everything that was happening has been in one timeline, one reality.
Oh, so we just went somewhere.
He was casting a spell to bring everything back, and the magical power brought stuff back.
Cool.
So everything has come into your
Yeah.
your one.
Okay.
So your Benadry's is destroyed.
Right.
That was just a regular portal.
That was just a
taking
regular
us here.
Wait, what do you mean by Benadry's destroyed?
So the city of Benadry's gone.
When you say this place is
So
completely destroyed,
new Benadry?
we could call it something like that. Simple.
That would be nice.
Yeah, I mean Benadry's gone.
Could do.
It's up to you guys. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I mean, I'm letting you guys just tell me a name.
What's the name of the king?
King Forrester.
Forrester.
Forest Town.
For it's desert everywhere. There's not a forest in sight.
Maybe we can make one.
That's my goal. My goal was to turn this place into
You're
a.
gonna fucking love me this weekend.
A deforestation.
So what are you going with?
It's up to you guys.
Can we call it Forest Town after the king?
Forest Town?
Or Forester Town.
Foreston.
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 What is the name
I'm
of
just
the-
like,
I
I'll
think
Can we tie in the
giggle after
Archmage
my
at all?
remark
Do we know,
and just
do we know
kind
the
of go,
Archmage's name?
Forreston it is!
Forest.
Do we know the
After
Archmage's
the
name at
king.
all?
Chalador.
Oh, okay, yes. We could call it something to do with, but a mixture of two, maybe. They both seem to have sacrificed their lives for this.
Shalador Forest.
Sounds
like a person, but it's.
Doesn't look nice.
Could call it. I could call it something like Forreston and Shalid, as in and Shalid. Take a bit of his name.
Forreston and Chalad.
Brian and Hove.
Exactly.
Right, no. Little kids.
Forreston and Shalid.
I'm gonna spend the week with him roundabouts.
So Forreston and Chalad, is that what you're going with?
Forreston Unshalid or Forreston Unshalid?
Whatever you want.
Which would you prefer?
Yeah, Forreston and Chalad.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Forreston and
There you
Shalid?
go. And he goes, I like that. It's got a nice sentiment to it. So, I guess, welcome residents to the town of Forreston and Chalad.
Better than fucking
As we're building,
South Wales.
yeah, as we're building, I will allow you, well, not allow you, you can do what you want, but take the week to relax, rebuild your strength, but if along this week you could do something to help us as a town out, your home, that would be very appreciated.
Like, I know you
So
said it's destroyed.
first call is what do you want
Yes, hold
to?
on.
Yeah, of course.
So you have a week of downtime just before I introduce. I'll start with you. But he goes. But during this downtime, when you're thinking of what you're doing for this week, you have to help the town rebuild in some way.
Yeah.
And that's up to you. Ellis,
So I'm
Thoughts?
we're in like a deserty kind of area, right? So I'm basically gonna during this week gonna start planting like seeds, right? And I have a spell. I have a spell called Plant Growth, which basically means all plants in a half-mile radius become fully enriched for the next year.
Nice.
So within this
Bless
week,
you, nature.
this is basically not going to be a desert anymore.
Nice.
Within the next
We're making a
say
veritable
miles.
Turning it into like an oasis.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I'm going to enrich all the plants, and this could be like a very particular type of like kind of white, kind of not icy, but like kind of like a cool kind of plant. That's that's not like native to this place. It's obviously from where I'm from. So to be very, very like very white and kind of cool down the area a little bit.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very good. And then what else do you do with your time?
Do we have
To level? Oh, you're leveling up.
Do
to
we
level
have
5.
any like actual like bits of the structure at all, like where there used to be to foundations
Yeah,
left?
these
or would we
ruined.
have to
These are all
completely-
ruined foundations.
We'll have to completely rebuild the foundations, would we?
Yeah, but you have Estelle bringing resources from the Halfling village.
Okay. We have vegetation now.
Yes, I'm also going to help rebuilding because I feel like Borealis can because he can teleport. He can take like stuff higher up that would be like heavy.
Nice.
I think like a crane kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Like your own portable crane.
Yeah. And then
I
I'll
could
have a little
probably
think
make
about
some
what else I
pretty
want to
good
do.
like cement. With my knowledge
There's
as well.
nothing nearby, is there? Like we're from scratch.
The
Yeah,
halfling
Well, by the
village.
are we like a coastal town then?
You are, yeah.
Oh my goodness, it's
So
time
you
to
do have
trade,
one.
motherfuckers!
Get me trunks on and my surfboard out. Let's go.
And nobody, bar the looks of those merchants, is particularly magically adept, right?
You should teach me
no.
plant growth.
With the nice
Although Jeremiah, you've seen, has some.
Yeah.
He's
Also,
like throwing
question,
a golden serpent.
that banishment scroll that I didn't use, I can learn that.
Oh, it didn't break when he used it.
Yeah, my question is, if I don't use it, can I learn it?
Yeah.
Basically,
Yeah,
what I
you
mean is, I get that spell in a level or two, but can I learn it early if it's just that spell? If I spend some time learning it,
Yeah.
cool.
Cool.
Can I propose that I use
7
one of these
days.
buildings to start a farm
Start a farm? Yeah.
to help prosper in this region, and I'll talk to the halfling about it because she said she lived nearby, didn't she?
Yeah.
And we could maybe talk
Oh, what's
about
up here?
transferring some staff and some cattle or something she might have in her little halfling village.
Yeah, I'll have to talk to me other halfling friends, but I'll do my best to get some. What cattle do you want?
What's native to this region?
We have some desert cows. Which
cows. Perfect.
Their milk is very used, and Jeremiah over there, he loves it for the gecko's brew.
All food as well yields twice the amount of harvested as well. So this has become very prosperous.
We're gonna.
Estelle
resource-wise.
goes, in return, could you come with me to the halfling village to maybe plant some of those seeds with us?
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, I have nothing better to do at the moment. So.
And can I propose that in the back of my farm, I grow some wheat, and me and Jeremiah join together to brew alcohol beer.
Oh yeah.
I thought you said wheat.
I mean, I
Yes,
can help.
No, sorry, wheat. No, not wheat.
Jeremiah Jeremiah instantly hears that and goes, "Yes, my guy,
We're gonna
we're
run a
going
brewery,
There's
Jeremiah.
no laws in this town already. We have all the illegal substances we need. You want a drink?" He hasn't done it to you yet.
Jeremiah.
You want a drink?
I
Jeremiah.
just kind of like looking, feel like I need a rest before this begins.
Jeremiah, I want all
Have
the
a drinks.
No, he doesn't. He's like, "Oh, fair enough, man. He's not like UV."
I'm turning this place into a
Question. Because isn't it his
Farm
character can
village.
enchant things?
Who?
Me.
Jeremiah.
Can he move the enchantment?
I think you'd have to make a check.
I'd
Okay.
have to spend some time on
Yeah,
this as
and
well.
you have a week to spend some time with it, so
Yeah.
I'll make it with advantage. But
I
Okay.
can make 2 potions a day. At the current rate,
also,
if anybody wants potions.
as he's building this, and I'll explain this now as you have a week. As you go through, if you so wish to develop Forreston and Shalid, then you can get a variety of upgrades to unlock new things around the world. So you can get an alchemy lab for 1,500 gold pieces.
First, like, have it all.
And so it unlocks a large array of ingredients and alchemist tools, and it halves the time it takes to create potions / other substances, even when you're on the road.
Holy shit. That means. You sure about that?
Yeah.
Because I get a feat, a special thing, which makes me already do that, which means that I'll be able to make 10 potions a day.
That's fine.
10 common
If
potions
you're going
a
to
day.
use that many potions, that's fine.
Is there land surrounding this village?
there are.
Oh,
It's just a
yeah.
fast desert, so it goes sea and then desert.
You
And
can
then
make me some
for
fields.
15,000 gold pieces, you can build a dock, which
That's
allows
expensive.
travel to other nations such as Ildorn and
I don't mind
frequent
that.
travel
That sounds like best priority to me.
That does,
around
yes.
Yeah, I
Halvia.
agree.
You for
As a
10,000 gold,
traveller.
you can get a keep. So you can get a true council chamber, and you can hold diplomatic meetings with other cities once you've been and seen it. And it also officially recognises you as a city,
I think we're a bit
as your temple.
maybe off that.
For 5,000 gold pieces, you can get walls, strong stone walls placed around the town, giving added protection against the dangers of Halvier, reducing invasion risks. For 2,000 gold pieces for Miranda, you can build an inn where wanderers can stay, and allowing for the chance that a rare item merchant or two may come in, a travelling bard, quest givers, or allies arriving in your city. For the most expensive one on here, 20,000 gold pieces, you can build a fighters guild in Coliseum. A state-of-the-art fighters guild that will hold regular tournaments, giving you a large source of income and a vast influx of fighters and a way to settle your own scores.
Middle-aged mutant ninja turtle
In-
returns.
In 2 levels, every day I can build a wall.
For 2,000 gold pieces, you can build a court and jail, and that will place a new judicial system in place where if you want to play judge, you can, presiding over a great many crimes and settling cases.
Fun,
We
though.
sentenced you to death.
You may also imprison those you feel it necessary to imprison.
As the law student, I'm just saying.
For 4,000 gold pieces per person, you can build your own individual homes as you want and decorate them however you see fit.
Can
How many gold
you
pieces?
do a favour? Can you copy paste all of that and
Yeah.
put it in the
Yeah,
Discord
yes,
chat?
Yeah.
that'd be great.
And it will allow you to have a place to stay when needing a rest and boost your stats every time you do,
Fuck yes.
depending on which stats you want.
So I'm gonna make a suggestion.
Mhm.
As a party, I suggest we then have a collective pool of gold that goes towards building here, and then our own personal.
Yes.
Like a town gold chest. Or
Yeah.
So
treasury.
like obviously
Yeah.
we all put in as much as we want into that. Who do you want to keep track of that? I'm guessing
So
someone.
we're
with
not just going
laptops
to leave
would
that
probably
in the
make
town,
sense.
are we? Because if they attack, they'll just
No,
take
well,
it.
it depends how much we're talking
No,
because there's only so much you can carry.
Actually make it
I
like
don't
a
mind
checking
using a Word
page.
document and tracking it. Is
I
what
can
I'm
do a
saying.
checking page if you'd like.
Yeah.
As well.
Well, no, this is what I'm saying from future onwards.
Yeah.
We keep our own personal gold, and also we have a collective where we can put in as much as we want. Do you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Gonna be like the ledger.
And then I'll
Yes,
just
100%. I
finish.
mean, your character makes sense for anyway.
So then for 3,000 gold pieces, you can do a marketplace. So a vibrant market is built at the centre of the city that allows the buying and selling of wares and for merchants to come through. For 7,500 gold pieces, guards will now you can buy a barracks, and guards will now patrol and enforce your law, whatever you decide that to be. 6,000 gold pieces per god, you can build a temple, which will set up a god or deity of your choice or nature, allowing you to receive a blessing from that god whenever you visit.
Blessing from nature.
For 1,000 gold pieces, so the cheapest, you can buy a thieves guild. An underground thieves guild will be set up who will grant you access to their services, which include secret tunnels in every major city, a network of spies that will relay you information, and a variant tracker. But you will see an increased crime rate in your city.
It's very dishonest.
And maybe people will be pretty pissed about that.
No, I feel
For
that.
4,000 gold pieces, you can build a sewer for obvious reasons, but that isn't to say if you wanted to include a few hidden rooms that no one knows about, you couldn't. Then for 3,500 gold pieces, stables. A new stable allows you to own mounts and keep them. And then you can also, for the final one, 8,000 gold pieces, you can get a beast pen and tamer, and the new beast master will allow you to tame and capture animals you meet on your travels, giving you special rewards.
Very cool.
That's
like the
very
sound of
cool.
that.
Question.
There's a lot of cool
we
things
get
there.
a cut of the money that the city makes as like the members of the council?
Yeah.
So if
Okay, so
make
we
it-
will actually get some.
Yeah,
So
so
if we
if you
make
say you build
the
the
dock-
Coliseum, you'll get a lot of gold.
So if we made the dock and there was trade going, do we
Mhm.
like get a tax on it?
Yeah, you can
Sort of
decide
thing.
that. You can hold a
Yeah,
council meeting and
okay.
decide that.
Okay.
And assumedly we're going to have to decide a sort of good tax and not go overboard, or otherwise the people are going to
Yes. Yeah.
they're not going to want to trade here.
How much gold have we got collectively now?
Not a lot.
Not that much.
Though I don't know how much the other motherfuckers have bought with
Pretty
them.
sure we're quite. I mean,
Baron
Barristan-
is going to be pretty much out of
Yeah.
money after
Yeah.
he's built the initial city,
Yeah.
and then.
Should I ask the king for all his gold before he fucking dies?
Would you have any on him? I don't
Yeah,
think
it's just like,
No,
let
it's
me
like-
get out.
Yeah.
While you defend the door, which way is the treasure room?
I don't know what you're talking about. You have Rhysand. He has about how much was it again? 3 silver pieces, was
2
it?
silver pieces.
2 silver pieces.
So you know I'm
so-
rich here.
So you want to build the Coliseum, basically? is what
Yeah,
it
it's
says.
Coliseum for
It's
2
very in
silver. Do you
character,
think we
Tom.
can bargain that?
All right, I'll barter.
Oh,
good trade,
nice.
good trade.
This is the real
Do you know, like you were saying, one of those buildings allows us to have like diplomats and trade to other towns?
Yeah.
Do we?
Keep.
Yeah. Do we get that not that building, but do we get that kind of automatically with the Halfling village since
Yes,
we're doing
yeah.
a lot of trade?
So
with them and
Estelle
stuff?
is already your first trading link.
Yes,
She'll
okay.
as you're trading the seeds,
Yeah.
she'll give you some cattle and stuff like that.
Lovely.
And Baron's paying her for all the
I
stuff.
could make this really fucking weird because I can technically like summon animals, right? You could feed them for an hour. Make this
I mean, you can
fucking
do it if you want.
Minecraft. Turning on creative mode to spawn some pigs and then make them fast and turn it back to survival. again.
Cool. Sorry to go through all that information, but I
Yeah.
thought best chance
Yeah.
to do it now, so you all know.
So during this week, I'm going to approach the two kind of merchants.
Mm-hmm.
So considering the rush we had, I'm guessing your wares were left behind in Harvia.
Yeah. This guy turns and he's the first to answer. He goes, "Yeah, I lost most of mine. Well, it's so expensive, but I'm hopeful that I'll be able to create a small little shop around here, or I might just move on. To be honest, I don't see the point in staying."
We think you should stay.
Well, how far away are we? Because it's a guess. Like the nearest main city.
Oh my
So,
goodness. How many days travel?
so to Olenfell, the Elven city,
Mm-hmm.
you are 2 days travel.
Mm-hmm.
To Tearfell, the city of the warriors, you are 3 days travel.
Mm-hmm.
And to Hajaki, the wilderness
Mhm.
nature, you are 1 day away.
Okay.
And to Benadry, you're about half a day's travel.
Nature.
Well, Benadry's destroyed, and your nearest city is days away, and we've been informed that there's variants running around. Like, that's like a thing,
Mhm.
and that it seems to be there is danger running around the world. So you can hedge your bets, or you can stay here protected and perhaps
I'm
be an
gonna
entrepreneur.
I'm gonna stand up as well at this point and shout over to him. Oh, or you know, we can take you back through the portal to Benadry and leave you to die rather than pick you up at the inn like I did.
My
You owe
goodness.
me.
Make a persuasion check.
Can I also make a persuasion
Yeah,
check?
both of you, because you
Yeah.
both said very valid points. Actually, I'll let you have it with advantage.
But not being intimidation at that point then.
I think you
Why?
should stay
'Cause
because
he's
it's
intimidating.
lovely.
Oh yeah, actually yeah, intimidation, but again with advantage.
The
D20, yeah, plus your intimidation.
I have a day, like just a random day number that would be on.
So
I
12.
can actually-
16.
Yeah, he's
12.
like,
So,
cool. He's like, okay, I'll stay.
Any cool month names you want to give something? You
Uh,
don't have to. I can just put a number.
we'll say we are in Avril.
Avril, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wonder what that's supposed to be.
Ah.
Levine.
Cool. So he is like, all right. You're right. You're right. I'm sorry.
That's his birthday.
I will stay. What can I do for you?
Where
Wow, so many people
if
on
this
the
seems to
team.
be
Me too.
our new base of sort, I'm sure ourselves as well as our adventurers are going to need magical wares, so you won't be going without the coin.
It's on the same day, correct?
Yeah.
This is all.
Yeah. At the moment, until
Can,
this is over a week.
Yeah.
So, I'd like to walk over to the merchants as well and say, and if you are staying here, this is a veritable brand new trade hub we could form. I mean, we have an ocean-side side village in a desert which is now magically filled with life. If anybody knows how to trade overseas and things, we could start a port trading company of sorts.
He steps forward and sorry.
Did you use all your mushrooms?
I don't know. How many did I give him all the mushrooms? Or did I
You
give him?
probably
I had 7 left.
no. You only needed 3. So
Okay, well I have 4
I'll
mushrooms.
go
Then.
more if you want.
I could grow, yeah, could grow some more.
more
mushrooms.
fuckers.
Mortify.
This one steps forward and goes, "That's an interesting prospect. For a slice of the pie, I'd be able to email some email. Email. Computer and it's like, I'm gonna just quickly.
Yeah, what's your email?
Ethereal mail. What?
let me just check.
He pulls out his parchment and goes, "I have a list of contacts that I could message and see if they would be interested in trading." But he looks around. At the moment, even if there are a few magical trees, there is nothing here that they would be interested in.
Oi,
course.
those trees are
Uh,
very
so
magical,
during-
have you know?
During the course of this week, I'm going to call a council meeting.
Mm-hmm.
First things first, as like a first ordeal, I want everyone to be subjected to a zone of truth.
Oh,
So
yes.
everyone, including the council members,
Fair enough.
Uh-huh.
and this is a free-for-all conversation. If anyone has any questions,
Is
this is-
everyone in the village at the council meeting?
Yeah.
Do we just
People
meet?
can come along as they want to.
was gonna say,
So if they have any issues, they'll come along.
Yeah, but I'm on about like actual council members.
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
everyone here an actual
Official
council member?
No.
council
So
members.
the
Yeah.
official council members are
Jeremiah.
Yeah.
Baron,
Yeah.
and
Not like
Barristan. Yeah.
Mhm.
Where is Barristan?
Edmure.
Where is
Edmure.
Edmund's here. Yeah.
Where do
And,
where do we meet?
Yeah, so
And
roll
Estelle, because
Yeah,
she's.
so I'm gonna kind of like start like a kind of campfire.
Uh-huh.
So we'll sit around, and then there's gonna be like a kind of a ring of like snow
Mhm.
like around all of us. Is everyone willingly subjecting to it?
Yeah.
Okay. So I suppose for a start, well, clearly there's been things going on behind closed doors we're not aware of. So perhaps if you could just start simply from scratch.
Mm-hmm. Before, are you willingly going to enter the zone?
Yeah, I
too?
kind of back off just for a 2nd,
Mhm.
and then everyone's kind of like staring towards me, and I kind of take a deep breath.
Estelle like strokes your hand.
Yeah, and I just kind of walk in
Okay,
slowly.
Well, if you start, I'm not gonna invade anyone's personal lives and take advantage of this. I'm simply making sure that we all know we can be trusted
Mhm.
before we start.
Barristan goes, fair enough. What do you want to know?
Well, like I said, for starters, what has been going on in Benadry behind closed doors before we turned up and now, because it seems that we're kind of thrown in the deep end here.
Of course. That is a more than fair enough question. So, about 2 weeks before you arrived, things were going okay. Benadry Forrester, he's been the best king. Well, he's been the longest reigning monarch we've ever had, and he was, and he did. R.I.P. that Forrester. Hey. He goes. But then this warlock, this sorcerer, dressed in purple, had his face was covered by the skeletal mask, came in, and he whispered something to Syl. I saw it through the door, and the next day the king was gone. I don't know how, and Syl came and took over.
You don't mind me asking, who was Syl before all this? Was he a man of importance?
He was the coin master and the master of spies.
The spy master.
It was an
master
injury.
of the treasury.
Oh wait, no, scrap that. Redact. He was only the master of spies. Baron was the master of coin.
Okay.
So he was the spy master.
Sounds dodgy already.
Yes, I did have my reservations about him becoming king, but he had this suit of armor, which I'm sorry for not warning you about, but he pretty much was either conform or die. And Baron, you chose to stay in the city. What changed? After you left Barristan, it just got worse. He basically became a dictator as much as he could. He had Valandrel orchestrate a large array of spies around the city, informing on anyone who planned to say anything bad against him, including myself, but I kept to myself. And he looks at you and he goes, I'm sorry for being so reclusive with my information, but there were people in the inn who were listening to what we were saying and were reporting back, and I imagine that's why in part you got arrested.
That's alright, mate. We understand completely.
Count question: how this will be literally in a second. I'm going to tell everyone because why not? How like high up is my dad, like in the city?
Rules it.
As I thought, yeah. Well, in the interest of being transparent and considering the previous danger, I suppose if we are going to be traveling together, there are a couple of things you should know. For a start, I am the son of King Umbras of where? Odenfell.
2 days right.
And well, for all intents and purposes, to them I was presumed dead. And unfortunately, it seems they're aware that that is not so. After they attempted to kill me, so it may seem like they're trying to finish the job.
Now you know he's from Olenfell, that will ring clear because you are from a surrounding village.
Yeah.
It's up to you whether you are going to reveal that or not. But
And to put it bluntly, if my father is involved, this is anything to do with me. It is a very, very dangerous situation. That man can. I wouldn't want to get on his bad side, let's say.
I guess while we are speaking truth, I must apologize for not telling you about the thing with that creature before. That demon who offered me to offer you for knowledge. I know I said no, but I should have at least told you. But potentially, then the demon would have known and contacted someone else who knew. I'm unsure where it came from or why it is after you. I won't pry into why, but I just wanted to apologize for me not letting you know.
Barristan goes, I may be able to answer that. Now I know your legacy. We've heard rumours since even before the Warlock came to Benadry of your father working with the demons from hell. They are plotting something. All of our spies have been either eliminated or imprisoned in Olenfell, and it is right now a very tumultuous relationship, to say the least. But if he is truly in league with the demons, and if it's the demon we saw in the chamber, this is worse than I believed.
I'm gonna, like, during this conversation, basically, like, take the wrappings off my arm, and I suppose for future reference, then, this is our, how do I put this, family marking. I'm gonna show it to everyone, and if you see anyone with this on them, I'd advise being very cautious. A large percentage of them, they mean no harm. They're nice people, but the ones in charge, the higher ups, all they care about is money and power, and they have that in spades.
Cool. Anything else?
May I ask how big your family may be? How likely is it we run into one?
I don't know how
If you go to Olenfell, almost certainly.
Yeah, I mean, this is one of the most powerful sorcerer families, perhaps even imaginable. I imagine if we go to Odenfell, I would be recognised, and you would run into some of them. My family members, their markings are on all different parts of their body. Some may be hidden, some I don't know, but it's a start of recognising them.
I see.
And he goes, but the only place safe from elven rule is Tearthel at the moment. And he turns to Hela, which you will know a lot about,
Do we
considering that's where you're from.
know anything about these demons at all? Do we know which demon he may deal with, or anything of the sort?
The one who came into the throne room was Archdemon Kalaki. I don't know. That's just how the Archmage said his name. It could mean something different in Abyssal, but I don't know that. He apparently runs the underworld pretty much, apart from some demonic figure that no one's ever seen before. The demon king. He is like a vessel for the one they call Dracos. But there is not a chance that he would come to the mortal realm. So as far as it goes, the Archking is about as powerful as it gets when it comes to demons.
Okay, can I ask, like, out of character, how much do we actually really know? Is it common knowledge about the demon realm and things, or is that just sort of like... Because
It's known about, pretty much ignored.
Thank you for watching that episode of Echoverse D&D. If you did enjoy, please hit that like button, share with your friends, get them into D&D, it's great. And also subscribe so you never miss an episode. And if you hit that notification bell, you'll be notified every day that I upload, and specifically Tuesday and Thursdays for D&D content. Awesome. If you are interested to see what the team do with Forest and Shallard, tune in next week and let's see what they build.